Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn all about using lists in Python. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So the first thing that we need to know is what is a list. Now basically lists are used to store multiple items in a single variable. Lists are used to store collections of data, and lists are created using square brackets. So here we have our examples. We've got our fruits is equal to our open up our square brackets, and then we've got our fruits in there. So if we look at those two brackets, they're known as our constructors. They will make up our list. Then you have the list item in here, apple, banana, mango, and then you have the separator. So to separate each list item, you need to have a small little comma like that. So if we print that, it will return back apple, banana, mango, just like we have in our list. So let's look at some other examples with numbers. So now I've set up a list called my list, which is equal to 1, 2, 3. And then the next line will print my favorite numbers are, and then it will go back and list the list. So what would that look like? My favorite numbers are 1, 2, 3, everything that we have in our list. Let's have another example here with colors. So here we've set up a list with all the different colors of the rainbow. And then the following line will print rainbows have colors, and then it will display back all of the colors that we have. So that's looking pretty good. So now what we can do with these lists is we can check if something is actually in a list. So for example, here we have fruits, there's apple, banana, and cherry. Now, because we've learned how to use the if statement, we can actually check if apple is in this list. And if it is, it will print back this line, else it will print back something else. So if apple is in fruits, which it is, it will then print back, I would love to eat an apple. But if you wrote something else in this if statement, then it will print, I do not like any of those fruits. So now we're going to look at an example using the spice girls. Now there are 5 spice girls. There was baby spice, sporty spice, scary spice, ginger spice, and posh spice. So what we need to do is we need to create a program that will look up a spice girl name and check if it's in the list. And if it is in the list, then it will print back, sporty spice is a spice girl. And if it's not in the list, then it will say funny spice is not a true spice girl. So we have 2 options here. So to do this, we're gonna open up Python. So now that we're ready to code, the first thing that we need to do is we need to set up a list. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm setting up a list called names. I've opened up the square brackets and I've put all the spice girls separated by a comma. Once we've done that, then we need to accept an import. So I'm just going to create a new variable, call it spice girl, and then I'm going to accept the input and I'm just going to ask the question. So spice girl name, or whatever you want to call it. So once we've got that, then what we need to do is we need to move to the if statement. So if spice girl in names, we need to have the colon. Then what we are going to do is we are going to print something. So I'm going to print and I'm going to open up our f string and I'm going to say with our curly bracket, I'm going to say spice girl. I'm going to move over here. Spice is a spice girl. So this is what happens if the name that comes back in this import is found in this list. It will now print back, whatever. If I wrote baby, it will say baby spice is a spice girl. Now, if it's not one of those names in this list, we need to write our else statement. So if it's not any of those names, we are going to print back, and again, f string, and we are going to put in our variable spice girl again, is not a real spice girl. And so now if you've done that correctly and we run that, you will see now it's asking for an import spice girl. Let's write sporty spice. Sporty spice is a spice girl. Now just to test it to see if it works properly, let's write funny spice. Funny spice is not a real spice girl. So anyways guys, that's about it for this short tutorial on how to use lists in Python. Anyways guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.